One day, the main character was having lunch with his favorite female teacher on the rooftop, and also this teacher was his crush. Suddenly, there was something important that she wanted to tell him. Then the main character was very nervous because he was expecting a confession from her. However, she was just spreading the news that she was married with the guy that she was dating for a while. The author felt bad for the main character, so the author decided to give him a hypnosis app on his smartphone. Then the app started to use its magical hypnosis ability, and it wanted the main character to command his target. The main character thought that this was a YouTube prank, but he realized that it was no cap. Therefore, he mind-controlled his teacher, and he told her that she was married to him. Then his teacher was now real-life role-playing as his wife, so the main character took this opportunity to become the NTR man. The cultural event was triggered, so both of them were now playing a touching game. He wanted to release his unholy milkshake, but his teacher canceled his explosive plan because she wanted him to donate it inside her sacred sanctuary. My friends, before I continue the video, I want to thank you for your fiery support. You are guys truly legends, and if you are new to here, do not forget to join us and subscribe to the channel. The main character accepted her invitation, and she immediately mastered water bending. Then the main character started performing the unholy clapping ritual, and he donated his precious milkshake to his teacher without any hesitation. He was now a cultural villain, and he will use this magical app to do anything. The next day, the main character was invited in the guidance room. He was scolded for being a big head in class because he keeps on looking at his smartphone during class. This teacher was a very strict teacher, and everyone trembled by her dominating presence. However, today it will change because the main character was equipped with the forbidden magic in his smartphone. The main character activated the hypnosis app. Then he asked the teacher if he was a brain rot student, and she replied with fact, no cap. She spends time teaching the main character, but he was not Asian enough to get A's. The main character blamed the teacher because her melons were always looking at him, and those were a very big distractions. Therefore, the teacher will fix that problem by letting him vent out his stress. Then she let the main character use her 2 massive massage balls for him to relax. The main character was also stress eating, so he was eating the source of his stress. After that, he proceeded with the main procedure for his therapy, and that is the standard clapping procedure. She was not an expert in this field because she just recently learned it after marriage. Then the main character wanted her to do a product review, and she honestly told him that the main character's tool was much better compared to her husband. Bruh. The main character used his hypnosis app, and he wanted her to believe that she will improve as a teacher if he will deposit his white magic inside her private property. She wanted more power, so she allowed the main character to give her a creamy milkshake. In the next scenario, they are having a physical education class, and this dark-haired teacher a while ago was doing the demonstration on the proper method of eating meat. Then their viewers were getting a lot of very important knowledge for improving their womanly skills. After a while, the main character have lost control of himself, so he was now overfeeding his teacher with his premium meat, and he did not hold back spilling organic milkshake on her face. The viewer was shocked with that method, but it was part of learning. In the pool area, the main character gathered up his 2 teacher servants, and he was making them serve his unholy sword with their melons. In addition, they also performed the unholy ritual called the Gulp Gulp 3-1000. Then he hit Two-Face in one shot. After that, it was now time to perform the clapping ritual with his mind-controlled teachers. He started with this teacher, and she was calling him Master. Meanwhile, his teacher crush was vacant, so she was playing a single-player game while waiting for the unholy sword to be available. The main character have reached the final step of the clapping ritual, so he planted his NTR seeds on the private property. Then he immediately proceeded to his second servant without resting. Because his sword was not weak, he performed the clapping ritual and he planted his unholy seeds in his crush. Since the main character was blessed with the unlimited stamina, the cultural event lasted until morning. In the next scenario, the main character uses his hypnosis app in front of the students because he was doing a special announcement. Then he flexed to everyone that he made their 2 female teachers into his personal servants, and he also gave them a 9 months inflation. The next day, the main character was very tired from training his personal servants, but he still went to the campus to gain more knowledge. Then he saw a new teacher. which means a new target for the main character to acquire. Yeah, boy. He immediately offered her some help. She wanted to go to the principal's office, so the main character showed her the way. Then the principal went out of the office to scold the new teacher for being late, and this married principal is actually the auntie of the new teacher. Suddenly, the principal was doing verbal abuse on the main character. The legendary man of culture will not let that slide, so he uses his Hypnosis app to make the bad-mouthed principal into an obedient woman. By the way, the new teacher was not included in the Hypnosis. After that, the principal was doing the live tutorials of the Gulp Gulp 3 1000 because this activity was an important job in their school to provide quality education. The new teacher was very confused with these tutorials, and she had no idea what was going on. This might be a weird scenario, but the new teacher did not leave the office and continued watching to gain the forbidden wisdom. Anyways, the main character showed his kindness to the principal, so he fed her a freshly made natural milkshake. Meanwhile, the new teacher was amazed with her auntie's professional performance. This time, the main character uses his Hypnosis app, and he was using it on the new teacher. Then the new teacher becomes motivated to devour a brown cucumber. So, the main character provided the new teacher with food, and she was now doing a feeding session. Then the two women take turns eating the meaty bacon, because sharing is loving. After a while, the main character wanted to give his special milkshake to the new teacher. However, the principal doesn't want him to do that because she wants all the calories for herself. The main character was an advocate for fair and equality. Therefore, he uses his ultimate wide-range area of effect explosion so the two women will receive their share equally. After that, the main character clapped the principal, and he was doing this for the sake of the new teacher's education. Then the main character provided a creamy milkshake for the principal. The new teacher offered her sacred sanctuary, and the main character was the lucky man to bless her with the first-time graduation ceremony. She already has a fiancé from an arranged marriage, but she doesn't care anymore, because all she wanted was to perform the clapping ceremony with the legendary man of culture. Meanwhile, the main character's phone was low battery, and it shut down. The hypnosis magic was instantly debuffed, and the new teacher was confused why she was having a clapping session. However, she just goes with the flow and receives her share of creamy milkshake. The next day, the new teacher was spending time in the nurse office because she was feeling the high temperature. Then she realizes that her symptoms always occur when she looks at the main character. Suddenly, the main character teleported in front of the teacher. He visited because he was worried, but actually he had a different motive. Then he uses his Hypnosis app to make her honestly share her true feelings. Unexpectedly for the main character, she actually confessed that she was in love with him. It was now a romantic event for them, so they are doing some romantic stuff. Then she offered herself to the legendary protagonist, and she was instantly devoured. In addition, the main character also handled her melons with care, and because of that, she was now a water fountain. After that, she was extracting the vanilla milkshake using a combo method with her melons, and she was making sure to drink every single drop, because food wasting is bad for humanity. Then it was now time for their main event, and she was showering the crystal clear mineral water. The main character proceeded with the standard clapping procedure, and she wanted to directly receive the creamy vanilla milkshake, because both of them are now lovers. She wanted to become a mother, so the main character will make her dream come true. Therefore, the main character planted his seeds in the healthy wet soil. Meanwhile, his magical hypnosis app's free trial has expired. So the main character will have a lot of mess to fix later, but at least he got one woman who was genuinely in love with him. That's the end of this cultural anime recap. Then here is your favorite sauce, and don't be mind controlled to watch this if you are not yet culturally matured, and thank you for watching my weird videos. In the end, don't forget the like button and algorithm say you well like this video.